Hello there, welcome to Bryan Lomax Movie Talk and another episode of Hammer Time. This time we're looking at The Plague of the Zombies, which is a 1966 release before Night of the Living Dead, I might add. Yeah, a couple of years before Night of the Living Dead, which is interesting given the amount of credit that film gets for really kind of making the zombie movie take off, but yeah, certainly by no means was that the first zombie film. So yeah, that's precisely what this is, a zombie film. It takes place in a Cornish village, and it stars, let me get these right, Andre Morel, Brooke Williams, Diane Clare, John Carson, and Jacqueline Pearce. Also Michael Ripper, who has appeared in a few of these Hammer films. Which brings me to my first point, I guess, which is that something that I do like with these Hammer movies is the consistency of the actors. It really does feel like a family outfit. When you watch these films kind of back to back, they do employ the same troupe of actors. A lot of the time you see the same faces crop up in bit parts and things. I kind of like that. I don't know, there's something about that family aspect. I know that Christopher Lee, has famously stated, well, I don't know about famously, but he has stated that back in the day when they were at Bray Studios that there was that real kind of almost cliche family vibe about things, and you do get that sense when you see these faces constantly popping up again and again. So yeah, definitely Michael Ripper there. I've seen him a few times now, but so this follows a character called Sir James Forbes. He's played by Andre Morel. Again, another one of these almost kind of Sherlock Holmes style people, someone who has a very particular knowledge within, that is needed for the area that they're going to go in. In this case, he's well versed in Haitian culture and the witchcraft and zombie kind of bringing back the dead and things like that. The science of it, but he goes to this town, in his Cornish town, at the behest of one of his old students, a student he highly respects. A student has become a doctor in this town, and there's a lot of weird goings on. So he calls him in. This guy comes, and they realise that actually people are being raised from the dead. People who were dead seem to be appearing at random moments. So yeah, it's a mystery, really, which I guess brings me to my main criticism of the film. I will state up front, I did like this film quite a lot, but my major criticism is that it opens with a ritual, like a kind of like a witchcraft kind of ritual, which right off the bat clues you in really to what's going on, which is that someone is behind, in a ritualistic way, is behind raising these people from the dead. We don't necessarily know why he's doing it, why anybody would want to do this, but we're clued into that. And I think that's the opening scene, and I think I would have rather have done without that, to be perfectly honest, just so that we are completely in the dark, so that everything is revealed to us as this character, as Morel's character is kind of revealing it and finding it out. So yeah, for me, the opening sequence was a bit of a misstep, I think. Personally, that's just me personally. When we do find out the eventual plan of why this rich guy is raising these people from the dead, it does feel a little bit, I guess, over the top. So he's using these zombies basically as as manual labour. So he owns this mill, this like a mine, like a tin mine, and he's basically raising these people from the dead to have them go down into this mine and work. So not conventional zombies, not, you know, based on all the zombie films that would come after. They obviously clearly have some kind of intelligence levels going on there in order to be directed like this, but yeah, they definitely fit the pattern of, you know, walking with the arms out and pretty kind of like a vacuum stare, and yeah, skin decrepit, kind of, yeah, wasting away. So yeah, there's some genuine moments in this of, I shudder to use the word terror. It's not exactly full on terrifying or anything like that, but there are a few moments that do send a shiver down the spine, involving these walking dead. Yeah, particular moment that involves kind of a dream sequence as well is pretty effective, I would say. I like this main character played by Morell. Again, he's got that Sherlock Holmes type vibe about him. I like his intellect. I like that he's willing to zone in on the bad guy, the guy he's pretty sure he's responsible for it, and just go straight to him and confront him. And, you know, he's got a set of balls on him, basically. He's not a shrinking violet by any stretch. There's some nice beats of action in the film. So yeah, really like it. Of the two main female characters, so we get Sylvia Forbes. She's kind of our lead female, and we get she's played by Diane Clare, as I said, and then we get this character of Alice Mary Thompson, who's played by Jacqueline Pearce. Of the two, I kind of like her more from a performance standpoint. I think there's something a bit more easygoing about her, a bit more natural in her performance. I think Diane Clare has been cast primarily for her looks. Hammer do seem to go for the particular look with their leading females, you know, these blonde bombshell types. They don't always have the full range of acting ability. Not that I would say that about Claire. I think she's good here. I like her here. She does a good job. So yeah, it's good. I really liked the film. Like I say, I just think they should have left that opening sequence off, kept a bit more of the mystery, and I think the overall plot by this guy is yeah, you know, you're a rich dude, just hire some workers. I'm sure it would be a lot more beneficial, a lot more effective, and yeah, a lot less costly with your time than actually going through all this stuff. Because in order to raise the dead and keep them in line, he's still got to be present in some way. So it does feel like a somewhat ineffectual labour force in that regard. It feels like, yeah, actually you do equally just as well just hiring a proper workforce. So other than that, the rest of the film I really loved. I was caught up in the mystery. I liked the direction by Gilling. And I think this is, considering this was the B picture, so back when this film came out, what was often the case in cinemas, studios would release an A picture. That was your marquee picture, you know, the one you would essentially go to the cinema to see. And in this case, it was Dracula, Prince of Darkness, and The Plague of the Zombies was the B picture to that. So generally in your A picture, you would have your main stars, your well-known actors, and in your B picture, you would have lesser-known actors. The budget probably wouldn't be quite as big. The director wouldn't be quite as high profile. And for that reason, often the B picture would, more often than not be quite as good as the A picture. In this case, I do think that Prince of Darkness is a better film, but only marginally so. I think this does give it a damn good run for its money, it must be said. Plague of the Zombies, considering it's a B picture, I think Gilling does an excellent job with the direction. I think the production design is quite lavish. We go into a lot of these stately homes and places like that. It's really well presented. Yeah, everyone does a very good job. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it was very hard to come to that decision. I kind of wanted to give it a 4, but just like I say, those bookended flaws that I feel that it has do just bring it down a bit. Don't quite allow me to give it that 4-star rating. But I would highly recommend this film to anyone. If you want to dip into Hammer, if you're looking for a decent one to start with, I think this is definitely a good starting point. By all means, yeah, go for this one. It's a good film. 3.5 out of 5 from me. But what about you? Have you seen The Plague of Zombies? If so, what did you think about it? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching this video, and until next time, cracking.